way she does this middle finger thing when we're doing the countdown. Dark Queen behind the camera, in front of it is Monk from Uberrock. We're in the dressing rooms here at the Limelight. Tonight, Black Star Riders are back in town, and I'm pleased to say I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Robbie Crane.
Robbie, they call me everything.
Robbie Crane, welcome back to Belfast.
Thank you so much. It's awesome to be here again.
Ricky's hometown, of course, so it's got to be a special gig.
Love it, always. Everyone's so cool here, and I love coming and spending time here, which we've done a few times on off tours and time off from tours.
Yeah. We had the great pleasure of being at the acoustic show that you did in store in the local record shop. It's very unusual for a band to do that while you're out on the road and on the day of a gig. How did that come about?
Was
it Ricky's idea?
Yeah, yes, and it's everyone's idea. I mean, we as a band, we just love to play, and a part of the thing of being in Black Star Riders is everyone. We're ready to do anything. We're willing to do anything. Ricky and Damon have the Warwick Johnson thing they do, which is acoustic. And we just love to play. So anytime somebody offers for us to play acoustic, electric, we're there. So the record company, Nuclear Blast will say once in a while, hey, there's an in-store that wants you to play acoustic. We're like, where? Let's go. And we just show up and play. Like we were laughing about it right now, Damon and I. We hadn't played acoustic since 2000. I think it was December of 2015. And we just went up and played.
Yeah, you actually came over here and did an acoustic show, didn't you, with Ricky and Damon?
Well, again.
Part of one of their...
Yeah, it was a Warwick Johnson show, and we had a couple of weeks off from a tour, so rather than go back to America, I just stayed here and just kind of tagged along with them. And so they were like, hey, do you want to get up and play? And I was like, sure. And so it was cool because our buddy up there had a bass, and what was that? That was at the
Diamond.
The Diamond, yeah. No, yeah, that's right.
Up on the Pigs Hill.
Oh my God, Derwin. Yeah, Derwin.
Derwin. One of the coolest guys in the business.
Yeah, man. He's the first guy who ever played me a Black Star Riders record. When All Hell Breaks Loose came out, I was playing with another artist, and we were on our way up to his show in Cockle, and to his venue, and he goes, "These are my mates," and he played me the Black Star Riders All Hell Breaks Loose album. And I was like, wow, these guys are killer. My buddy Kerry Kelly and I were listening to it. Going, yeah, these guys are great. It's cool.
And here you are.
And here I am.
On the road with that. One thing that struck me about the acoustic show, and it's a very intimate environment, and it's an unusual environment as well because it's a record shop.
Yeah.
But there seems to be this natural rapport and chemistry between you guys. You seem to have just so much fun. You're constantly smiling and joking and laughing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what would we have to complain about? I mean, we're playing rock and roll, and our record's doing well. Debuted in number 6, and we're just really happy. As a band, as a bunch of guys, just to be playing rock and roll at our age, and we've been doing it all of us collectively and individually for so long. I mean, Scott's been doing it longer than anybody, but we're just thankful to be out playing, and I mean, what do we really have to complain about?
Yeah, the album he's talking about, of course, is the wonderful
Heavy Fire. Yeah.
Third album from Black Star Riders. Yeah. Most successful album in the band's career so far. I'd say charted here in the UK, number 6. Top 10 in nearly every territory across the planet.
Really cool.
Somebody called Gene Simmons said a couple of years ago, rock and roll is dead. This proves it is. In your chart
Gene's one of my heroes, and I love Gene. He's a good guy. Everyone has their opinions. Everyone sees things from different positions or different perspectives, and I understand what he's saying to a degree because we're from America, and the American rock market is definitely struggling, and it's gone to a major degree. There's a lot of nostalgia acts out doing their thing, and I was a part of that scene for a long time. But for the most part, people just don't buy records, and they don't appreciate the new music. I try to explain to everybody back home how rock music is really flourishing still out in Europe and the UK and stuff like that, and they don't quite grasp it. But compared to America, I would say that's a fairly accurate opinion. I mean, to a degree, it's pretty dead there.
Yeah, but here in the UK...
Oh, no, man, it's great. In Europe and everywhere around the world. South America.
We were just talking about it earlier. I mean, tonight, by the time you guys finish playing, this is the 50th band we've seen this year.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Who says there's no great live music
No, there's great live music, man.
We got to ask a question. I mean, you came into the band after they all had...
Marco,
after Marco left and so on. There is a legacy with the band, very obviously, with the whole Teen Lizzy, as we say here in Ireland.
That's right.
Teen Lizzy connection, and it has loomed large over the career of the band.
Sure.
How difficult is it for you as a band to shake off that legacy, or is it important for you to, at the same time, pay homage to it? I know you're more or less dropped most of the Lizzie material from the show. Now you've got three albums, including the wonderful Heavy Fire.
Now, right, yeah.
Another plug. Let's get it to number 1 in the charts.
Yeah.
Stop number 6.
Yeah.
Let's get it to number 1 after this tour. How difficult is it to, given obviously Scott's?
Yeah, I mean, so Scott, if Scott was just a dude in Lizzie that just kind of came and passed and was in it for a little while, then I guess it would be, it would not be as relevant to us. But Scott being, a predominant member in Lizzie for as long as he was with Phil and co-writing a lot of the songs that he co-wrote on, Scott writes the way he writes, and I try to always explain that to people. Scott writes great music. The way he writes is that Lizzie style, and that's partially because he was a part of Lizzie. Ricky, being from Belfast and everything, and growing up here and everything, it's a way of life, and just that's what they were inspired by. Damon's a huge Lizzie fan. I was a huge Lizzie fan, and we all are still huge Lizzie fans. I think that paying homage to who Scott is and who Lizzie is, and because the band was, essentially, it started from Lizzie, it is who we are, and we're accepting of that, and we're appreciative of that. I mean, to even be in the same breath as Lizzie, I mean, I never would have dreamt that as a kid, I put that chrome pickguard on my bass when I was 15, 16, in homage, to Steve Harris, to Lizzie, to Phil, and to a few other players that I loved, and to think that I'd be playing songs with Scott Gorham in this band is pretty awesome. So it's a blessing to a huge degree, out of respect for Lizzie, because they are becoming active again. We did opt to, and we do have 3 albums worth of music to choose from, and to pick and choose from, and to add to the set. We did choose to, maybe wind it down a little bit more for Lizzie, but you have Scott Gorham in the band, you gotta bust a few out of them. And why not? And it's cool to throw that curveball. See, we would rather, just in my opinion, of 1 to 5, but I think we'd rather, throw it out and throw people off. Hey, how about this? And, whoa, they threw a Lizzie song at us that we didn't think they would play tonight. As opposed to just it being an expectation. When I joined the band, I think it was like 60% Lizzie. But obviously so, because when I first joined, there was only 1 record. Yeah. And then we did the Killer Instinct, and then, we evened it out a little bit, maybe 60-40 Black Star Writers. And now we're down, the last few shows, we've just been doing 1 song. Which is, to me, I love so many Lizzie songs, and I was so, honored to play them. And, but, it's, you grow as a band, and the beauty is that we are growing into our own. And I think we are trying to find our identity as a band writing. And I think we've found it on Heavy Fire. I think Killer Instinct really helped us make that massive transition. I think Heavy Fire is a big step in a positive direction for us.
I think it would be fair to say with Black Star Riders, you're one of the bands that emphasises the legacy that Lizzie do, though, in terms of the harmonic guitar work, the interaction, the use of backing vocals that very few bands use. Absolutely. Phil in it was an iconic frontman, but he wasn't afraid to let the other guys step up, like Scott, Brian Robertson and so on, step up and do backing vocals. You do all that sort of stuff in there. So they were such an influence, and as you say, with Scott, an integral member of the band. Absolutely. It's a hard legacy to shake. It's a hard legacy to live up to.
Oh, come on. Just to even be in the same breath as Lizzie it's tough. What do? It's a blessing, and you take it for what it's worth, and you try to guard it and to be as respectful as possible.
I think he's a succeeding man. We've got another 2 weeks of touring here in the UK.
Yeah.
And you get a few weeks off, I believe.
Yeah, get a few weeks off, and then I guess we come back over to mainland Europe and we do some dates in Scandinavia, and then I know we're going to be back here. I know we're doing Ramblin' Man this year, which is cool. Which is great. We look forward to that, which is really cool. So things are going good. We're excited. The band's been working hard, and we definitely have. We're all committed for the long term, and it's something that we just love doing. We have a great label behind it.
It must be hard keeping up with Ricky, though, because he's the hardest working man in bloody rock and roll.
Yeah.
If he's not out with Black Star Riders, he's doing, as you say, his solo stuff. Yeah. He's doing his stuff with Damon. You were involved with him as well in the Fighting Hearts.
Yeah. I played a few songs on when I first joined the band. I played on this Fighting Hearts record, and I did the first tour. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do the second. Some family stuff back home, but I'm going to hopefully be involved again. I love doing it.
How does he do it? He made a joke at the end store about being 50 and finding it hard to remember the words and stuff. Yeah. How the hell does he get the energy?
I think for Ricky, just in being around him, I think it's who he is. It's some people who they have to turn it on and turn it off. They have their life that they live at home, and then I'm a musician too, or I'm a musician but I have this life at home. it's who Ricky is. Ricky is a musician at heart, and he writes music all day long. I mean, he's truly focused and driven by the music, and that's who he is. And he's extremely talented, as we all know, and it just comes second nature to him. He has a great work ethic, as anyone will tell you that's worked with him. He has this thing about him that says, this is what I do every day, and this is what I'm committed to, and this is who I am, and he's really very committed to it, and I respect him for it immensely. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's like yourself. He's very lucky. He gets to play rock and roll full time.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing.
It is a blessing. Just before I sign off, because that's a good note to sign on, I am going to embarrass this man by saying my favourite song on Heavy Fire is actually Cold War Love.
Cool.
Which you co-wrote.
Yeah, I have some writing on it. Yeah.
It is my favourite song of the album. So we're signing off.
Cool.
Robbie Crane from Black Star Riders. This is Monk from River Rock Television. Keep her between the hedges.
Yeah.